The world moved again, but not him. She told stories of a man without a shadow. She did not remember his name, and somewhere between altars, the space itself was thinning, not empty, occupied. The 5 pieces had settled into mortal flesh that was never meant to house them. He had become undefined. But mortal form is permeable, and divine essence, even shared, seeks expansion. Perun felt it in his fist, the filament he had given. It resonated like a voice heard through water. He carries the space between gathering and releasing. Perun descended, not in fury, in search. The spark he had given no longer glowed in his palm's memory. Iron tools grew strange. He bears the moment of choice and consequence. He stepped from fire into the mortal road. The green stone he had given had diffused. A soul approached, paused, did not enter. He stands between scales. He descended into the living world. The breath she had given had settled. The dying did not cross, they waited. He is becoming threshold itself. She followed the wind that carried no ancestor scent. The drop he had given had become oceanic. But in one place, the water answered patience itself. Poseidon rose through crushing dark. For the first time since the age of tribute, 5 divine forces stood together. He has become what we gave him. The hollow stirred, not rising, listening. I warned you, I was never meant to rule. But he did not abandon the pieces. He absorbed them. He had carried them too completely. Moriah stood at the door of their home. A man once stood between gods and absence. The hollow appeared beside her, not threatening, but attentive. Names anchor. You allowed him to forget his own name. She found weight there. I remember that he chose. He must become defined again. Then speak the cost. It is anchor enough. They found him where altars faced one another, almost transparent. A silhouette of a man made of restrained thunder, tempered iron, quiet fracture, lingering breath, and sustaining water. He looked at the 5 gods without recognition, without fear, without want. They acknowledged him. You carried what we could not hold completely. You did not hesitate, you endured hesitation, the heaviness of every path taken. You walked with ending without escorting it. Endurance without form is not persistence. The hollow moved closer to the almost man. He will become like I was, simply unfinished. Moriah arrived then. You are lighter now. That will cost you. In the almost transparent silhouette, something flickered. Not memory of name, memory of cost acknowledged. He needed boundary. They did not take their pieces, they completed them. He placed timing, the knowledge of when the held breath must become thunder. He placed direction, the cut that opens toward healing. He placed recognition, the knowledge that wholeness is rebuilt. She placed transition, the gate that opens, admits, and closes. He placed rhythm, the tide that returns, the containment that makes sustenance possible. Nothing was abandoned, nothing was reclaimed, only defined. Kaelen fell, not into death, into gravity. He cast a shadow again, a new shadow formed of 5 fragments completed into pattern. He did not remember everything, but he remembered enough. Moriah touched his hand. Kaelen, she said, and he answered, I know that name. Storms broke, timely, measured, just. Iron sang in tools that built and weapons that defended. The duat steadied, the dead crossing, the living ending, each in their season. Winds moved cleanly through gates, thresholds opening, admitting, closing. Tides found rhythm, release and return, sustenance with shore. The age of proximity did not end, it matured. The hollow remains, not between abandoned prayers, between completion and beginning. It learned from Kaelen what it could not learn from gods, a mortal who survived holding divinity, not by becoming divine, but by becoming accurate to mortal capacity, then accepting boundary. 5 gods who learned that sharing essence is not diminishment, but education. The 5 fragments were never meant to destroy, they were meant to connect. He is the man who chose to carry pieces of the eternal until he could carry them with form. The man the gods could not let fade because he taught them what it means to remain. This is Gods of the World.